think this game just became really exciting. The Bengals and Vikings. So I'm going heel Jake here. I'm out on JJ McCarthy until he can prove it to me. I'm so out on him, especially this. I think the Vikings have a legitimate playoff team here, and they just can't waste time just until this kid figures it out. I know they had the nice win and everything. Well, we look at the Bears. I don't know how good the Bears are. So I love that Carson Wentz is going to start this game, and I'm happy for Jake Browning. I mean, you've been in this league. You know what it takes to get a contract and everything. Jake Browning is playing for his career, and he's had some good moments. So I actually think this is going to be fun. I mean, I think this could be a high-scoring game. Not really overly excited about the Vikings secondary, and I'm not overly excited about the Bengals secondary. So I think there could be a lot of points being put up. This will be one of those, what do we call them, fantasy football games. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to take Carson Wentz in this one and the Vikings, 27-23. You give Carson Wentz time. The Vikings have a good offensive line for the most part. You give him weapons. The Vikings have Adam Thielen to go with Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor, and TJ Hawkinson. Of course, Aaron Jones is out. So that's going to give opportunities for Jordan Mason, who I'm really high on as well. So I think Wentz has a lot in front of him. And I think this will be a fun game between him and Jake Browning, who's really turned himself into a quality backup, potential starting quarterback in this league. And Joe Burrow being out is significant, but, JJ McCarthy's out. So we're going to see two backup quarterbacks. As we always have said, you're only as good as your backup quarterback. Well, we're finding out this weekend how good the Bengals and Vikings truly are. But I'll tell you, I'm going to take the Vikings 27-23. I like both of these teams. I like the hard-fought nature. My one concern is I think Jake Browning is going to have one too many blitzes from good old Brian Flores. Yeah. And he's going to force a big-time turnover at the end of the game, and I think the Vikings prevail.
Yeah, I agree. You hit the nail on the head with the last part, Jake. Brian Flores bringing that pressure from that Vikings defense. I got the Vikings 24-21 over the Bengals. Jake Browning, he threw for 241 yards the other week with 2 TDs and 3 interceptions. And so I know it was his first game starting. I know Joe Burrow went down, unfortunately. Someone mentioned, is Joe Burrow going to be like our Andrew Luck, essentially, where he has this potential to be the best quarterback in the NFL, but unfortunately falls to some of these injuries. And that's just sad because, like I said, I had the guy on my fantasy football team, Jake. I'm expecting him to ball out, and of course he gets hurt again. So it was pretty brutal, but hope he recovers. I know we'll probably see him again next year. But going back to Jake Browning, I think he's going to be seeing ghosts against this Vikings defense. I think he's going to have a long day. And then going to the other side, Carson Wentz. Let's not forget, Carson Wentz was that guy, Jake. Before he got hurt, it was against the Rams. I'll never forget it. Against the Rams, he got hit in his leg, and that just changes his career forever. He came from the Chiefs last year, so of course he's had some Super Bowl experience. And taking that to the Vikings, I think, is just what they need. You mentioned J.J. McCarthy not being the guy you expected. And, of course, I like his composure. I like the things that he says in the huddle, like, where else would you rather be? I like the war paint. I like everything he brings to the table. But let's not forget, he was hurt last year. And so this is his rookie year. And he's having a tough go at it. It's welcome to the league, young man, right? It's going to be a long day. But Carson Wentz stepping up for him, I think it's going to be big for that team. And then, like you mentioned, Jordan Mason stepping up. Hey, at this point, it's next man up. I know it's only week 3, Jake. There's a lot more to go, but it's next man up. How deep is your team? How well have you done stacking up that bench? Because that bench could then be the face of your football team at one point, which the Vikings are seeing right now, and also the Bengals. But I got the Vikings winning this one 24-21. And Jake, my question too is Jamar Chase. Are they going to force feed Jamar Chase, or are they going to figure out the way to level the ball out to different people? But I got Jamar on my fantasy football team, so hopefully he gets those catches, he racks it up.
You see, you had it all set up because you had Joe Burrow and Jamar, and then Joe goes down. You're like, crud. Yeah, I think they're going to try and get Jamar involved. The Vikings paid a lot of money to Byron Murphy. I have not been impressed with his game at all. So I think Jamar's going to have his way, to be honest with you. And really my biggest thing here, and by the way, you know who my top projected performer is for quarterback?
For quarterback, is it Carson Wentz?
It is Carson Wentz. The two LSU boys are going to go at it. It's going to be a friendly competition. You're going to see Jefferson and Chase trying to one-up each other. It's happened before. It'll happen again, but I don't think it's going to be enough for the Bengals. So I have them 27-23. Vikings